Yeah, we'll start with Dylan so he can get out of here and enjoy his Christmas break.
Questions for Dylan?
You getting more comfortable?
I think so. I think my teammates have done a good job. Like I said last time, just encouraging me to just be me and not forget who I am. They said I was a great player before I got here, and I need to continue to be that player and just be that player for this team. So.
How do you feel like your wind is just in terms of getting your legs back under you? I know it's kind of been a slow ramp up. I think 12, 16, and then 18 minutes tonight. Just in terms of how do you feel physically being out there for that amount of time?
It's getting better for sure. Every game I felt better, just from a stamina standpoint. I think you can tell just from like my explosiveness in game. So I think that it's getting better.
Yeah, your knee seems like it's pretty good, just judging by the dunks and the blocks and stuff like that. You have complete trust in that knee right now. Is that something that's even on your mind at all?
No, not at all. When I'm playing, I'm just focused on the game.
Bill, do you see yourself going to maybe 25, 30 minutes in conference, or is that too much?
However much Coach Beard wants to play me is how much I'll play.
Or whatever it takes.
Whatever Coach Beard wants to play me, I'll play it.
Yeah. Looked like early on, the guys were kind of making an effort to get it to you, especially after a couple buckets in transition. Just having that amount of guys being able to feed you the ball, how helpful is that when you can get in position and they can feed you what you need to be?
Yeah, I don't think that it was like a specific game plan of all the guys to like try to give me the ball. I think I was just in the right spots. I think it could have been CB or Trey that was in that position. It was just my luck that I was in those positions and was able to finish.
How frustrating was it when you were not able to play a game like Seton Hall where they're getting all those rebounds?
Yeah, it was extremely frustrating just to have to watch at the beginning of the season. This is the first time I couldn't start the season with my team. So it was frustrating, but I knew that I had to stick to the process and just make sure everything was 100% okay with my knee before I started playing.
Two last ones for Dylan.
Dylan, with how that game started today, when you came in, how much did you kind of take it upon yourself to be a spark and get things back on track?
Yeah, I just wanted to play hard. I think that we did start slow. We were down very early, 13-2, I think. I just had to play hard. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I really try to come in and do. I don't try to do too much.
You guys got one game left before you open conference play against WVU. What do you think y'all really need to improve on in that next game to kind of, get you ready for Big 12?
I think that we need to not take them for granted for sure. I think that we came out too slow. We need to play every game like it's a Big 12 game and just come out strong. I think that's really it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Dylan.
All right, Coach.
Thank you.
See you, bro.
I'll be here.
Yeah. See you tonight.
Questions for Coach? Yeah, Chris, would you make of the opening of the first half, especially the way that some of the guys came out? I know Courtney only played 4 minutes. Was it maybe just what you saw from him in the opening first half to the decision to not reinsert him after that?
Yeah, we're going to make all decisions around here based on winning. Always have done that, always will.
Coach, how much did Dylan help spark you guys, and maybe specifically that dunk? And some of the guys on the bench were going crazy after that.
Yeah, that was a good one. That'll be on dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I would think. My friend Scott Van Pelt, he needs to grab that one. Yeah, like some coaches, the dunk is just 2 points. I've never been one of those guys. It's a basket that can change momentum. Just like there's different kinds of stops on defense, it can change momentum. So Dylan's a special talent. I just want to recognize above all him and the discipline that he has shown in our 8 months with him. Some of those months started just virtually and stuff, but just he's a lot of discipline, man. It's hard to grind. And then right behind Dylan, just his family, the network. They were consistent. Everybody's on the same page. It's pretty cool to watch. It's a really special, close-knit family. And I think Warren on our training staff, I've had some good ones, man. Shout out to Chris Williams and Big Mike out there and Andrea and others. But Warren is he's at the top of the list. He's special. He's has a great way of relating to the players. And he did a great job with this rehab, and then recognize all the doctors too, not only here at Texas but at Vanderbilt. But it was a real team effort getting him back to this point. And I think we're past the point now where probably the questions will stop, about him and all that. He's about to be a full-time player.
Chris, how did this game come about? Just out of curiosity, there was also a report out of Lexington that Kentucky called going to play a game.
Yeah,
How'd y'all settle on Alabama State?
there's a lot of reports out there too. I've had about 457 jobs over the years, but really I've only had 10 or 12. Be careful of those reports. Yeah, so unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, we kind of been through this before last year with so many cancellations. You basically just kind of have a working list of teams that need games. So it kind of starts by looking at the other cancellations, and that's exactly what happened. Scott Perez, my friend at Rice, and they communicated with us really well through the process. Their administration was talking to our administration, and once we got the bad news that they couldn't play, then we were locked and loaded. In Alabama State, got some relationships involved, including TJ Ford helped in some ways with this game, just connecting some dots. And I think Alabama State, lost a game against UCLA maybe. And so these guys were kind enough to come play the game. We really appreciate it too. Got a lot of respect for their team. You guys saw it. They had a game plan, and they executed the game plan. They played with a great pace and poise tonight. Obviously, their head coach wasn't here. Want to wish Coach luck with the birth of his child coming up. And but yeah, Alabama State's a good team. They pushed us tonight. It's exactly what we needed.
I think y'all had, I think it was 8 turnovers in the first half. I think 5 of those came almost in the first 5 or 6 minutes. Y'all really cut that down in the second half. I mean, is that one of the biggest keys for y'all moving forward, especially to start the game, is just kind of maybe taking better care of the ball at the start?
Yeah, I think so. That's not a secret. We value ball security. We're always one of the best teams in the country taking care of the ball. I think that comes from a lot of different things. Top of the list would be Coach Knight and just the way that I believe the game should be played. You know, I have a hard time going down the court and handing the basketball to the other team. And so tonight was another one of those just kind of frustrating games because, you know, if we don't get the 3 turnovers out of Devin, who's really one of our lowest turnover players, you're sitting at 9, and then if Trey has 1 instead of 3, you're at 7. So like we can see it, we can sense who we can be, but until we do it, you know, it's not us. But I think to compete in the Big 12, we have to be a low turnover team.
Is there a common thread? Are they tentative passing the ball or something in particular?
You know, we study it. We try to give each guy strategies. You know, we're not an organization that sits around and, you know, yells at our guys about what to do and then go to lunch. We yell at our guys about what to do, then we give them solutions. We give them tools. So whether a guard staying low on his dribble, whether a big catching and seeing, whether a young player, footwork. But yeah, we study each guy's turnovers, and then we try to give them solutions.
Are you concerned about 3-point shooting and the way it's been going the last few games?
No, I just got a lot of confidence in those guys. I would be concerned if I didn't hear the ball bouncing late at night, early in the morning. I'd be concerned if I didn't know the players were paying the price. I'd be concerned if we didn't have the coaching staff that we do. So, you know, Febris, Jones, Trey, Marcus, all these guys, we got really good shooters. I think it's a fair question, though. You look Seton Hall, Stanford, and then again tonight. But then you think about it, I mean, you guys tell me, did you see a bad 3-point shot tonight? I don't see many. You know, I see good open shots. We just got to make our share. But I predict there'll be a day where we're sitting up here sooner than later, and you guys will be talking about a 55% 3-point shooting night and all that stuff. But no, I'm not concerned. I get concerned when guys don't pay the price. And we got a lot of guys working really hard in this program.
There were some 50% nights earlier in threes. Are guys maybe passing up shots or just getting a little like, I know it's like shot fakes or whatever, but guys would fake it and then maybe somebody closes on them and then they take the shot. Are they just having to learn which shot to take?
Man, was there a question in there?
Are they taking the wrong shots?
So
Shots on the threes?
I agree with what I think you're saying in the question. Yes, we have good shooters turning down open shots, and we're working hard to get this remedied. Remedied? How do you spell remedied, Sarah?
REMEDIED.
Avery, correct? Yeah. That's my daughter. She goes to. Yes. So in today's game, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I actually, in a timeout, let RT kind of take the team, and I had a little side conversation with Jason Jones, just going over this again. I think their hearts are in the right place. We just got to keep that aggressiveness, you know. And you know, when the shot clock gets late, we got to take those shots. So that's been a little frustrating. Last 2 games, we've had veteran players make that mistake, but But yeah, we're turning down open shots, and we've got to get that fixed. But I don't think it's the worst problem in the world, because it shows that our guys are trying to play team basketball and they care about the guy next to them. And we can easily turn this thing up. It's just harder sometimes to turn it down. And so, been here before, not our first rodeo. We'll get this thing fixed. But I don't ever want Jace Feverish or Jones or some of these other guys to turn down open shots. But I think they are a little bit right now. We'll get that fixed.
One last one. Just one last thing on Dylan. I think it was 3 blocks in 18 minutes. You know, it looks like he can really provide some, you know, valuable rim protection for you. Is that one of the biggest impacts that he can have for y'all, just in terms of that? It seems like that was maybe one of the things that y'all were missing without him.
Yes. Did you see what I'm talking about there? Shaq asked KD this long question, and then KD just said, yes. And then they went back to the studio, and Shaq was just sitting there. It was classic. But yeah, I think our rim protection is getting better. Trey is really close, man. He's been blocking shots in practice. He went after a couple today. He's got that in him. CB has always had that in him. Our wall-ups are getting better. We're taking charges. Obviously, Stanford game, I thought the difference in the game was our ability to take charges. So rim protection comes in different ways. We all like the block shot. So do I. But you got to get it in different ways. Timmy's been blocking shots now. So it's a emphasis that we got to have better rim protection, and I think it's going in the right direction.
Thanks, all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Probably one more?
Yeah.
Scotty Mack's trying to get out of here.
10 days out. Is there anything that really bothers you right now before you start a conference play?
Bothers me, no, because we're confident guys. But concern, oh, heck yeah. I got a Christmas list full of concerns. I mean, let's start by thinking about this league we're playing in. You know, name a team right now that's not in the NCAA tournament. You can't. And I guess Oklahoma State, you know, got screwed by that deal, in my opinion. So I guess there's 9 teams eligible. And all 9 are in the tournament, right? And so, you know, that's a concern. But it's also an opportunity. You know, like, that's why you come coach at Texas. That's why you play at Texas. You know, so it's worried, no concerns, all sorts of them. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.